Today, we're getting into something I find fascinating, and honestly, something quite personal for me, the idea of mind silence. I mean, what does it really mean when that inner voice, that constant chatter, just stops? When worries fade and thoughts aren't flowing anymore? It sounds, well, almost unbelievable, right?
It really does. And that's sort of our mission in this deep dive, isn't it? We're looking at an extraordinary personal account, yours. In fact, that challenges a lot of the common ideas about how you find real mental quiet.
Yeah, exactly. So let's define it first based on, well, my experience. It's not just being in a quiet room. It's when you are silent inside and your mind is silent too. Like absolutely no inner conversation, no stream of thoughts, just silence.
And it's interesting because so many people hear that and think, okay, that's impossible, an impossible mission, some might say. The source material, your account, points out that even trying to force it, telling yourself, be quiet, well, that's a thought itself, isn't it?
Uh-huh. It's a paradox.
Which is why I think most people find it so hard to get into that state. They feel kind of stuck in all that mental noise.
Oh, definitely. And, if you look around, there's just so much stuff on this topic.
Hmm.
Countless shows, meditation apps, yoga retreats, discussions about convincing your higher self or whatever. They all seem to present this mind silence as some kind of ultimate wisdom, right? Something you have to really strive for.
But here's the twist, the really surprising part from your experience. For you, this state of mind silence, it just happened, kind of on its own.
Yeah, that's the core of it. I didn't use a specific technique or practice for years to get there. I just became silent.
Naturally. Which really turns the whole idea of needing intense effort or some secret method on its head, doesn't it? It suggests maybe striving isn't always the answer.
It felt like a total shift. I remember how thoughts used to just flood my mind constantly. Worries, problems I was trying to solve, imagination running wild, planning goals. And then, I'm not sure exactly how, but all of that just stopped. Maybe not instantly, like flipping a switch, but it faded. It really
Yeah.
did. I went from that busy internal world to just being silent with myself. No thoughts popping up, no questions running through my head, no inner debate, just pure silence, nothing flowing.
And you decided to share this experience, as you've said, specifically for people out there who are maybe still battling that inner noise.
Exactly. It felt important to share, to maybe offer a different perspective, a sense of possibility, that maybe, just maybe, it doesn't always have to be such a struggle.
It implies this potential for, well, spontaneous quiet, a natural settling.
Right. And so the way I see it now, this state, this mind silence, for me, it's not some grand ultimate wisdom or a peak state I conquered. It's simpler than that. It's just silence. It feels like a basic state, an organic stillness, not really an achievement.
That's a really profound way to frame it. Just silence. Simple. Organic.
So I guess the takeaway here is that maybe mind silence isn't always this far-off goal you have to chase with complicated techniques. Perhaps it can be closer to a state of just being still.
And that leaves us with a really interesting thought, doesn't it? If a state like this can happen organically, naturally, like it did for you, what does that tell us about our usual relationship with our thoughts? How much do we maybe over-engage with them? And what does it suggest about the whole pursuit of inner peace? What really stands out to you listening to this perspective?